Where can wisdom be found? And where is the place of understanding? Beginning in Job chapter 4, verse 12. Now a word was brought to me stealthily, and my ear received a whisper of it. Amid disquieting thoughts from the visions of the night, when deep sleep falls on men, dread came upon me in trembling, and made all my bones shake. Then a spirit passed by my face. The hair of my flesh bristled up. It stood still, but I could not discern its appearance. A form was before my eyes. There was silence. Then I heard a voice. Can mankind be just before God? Can a man be pure before his Maker? He puts no trust even in his servants, and against his angels he charges error. How much more those who dwell in houses of clay, whose foundation is in the dust, who are crushed before the moth. Between morning and evening they are broken in pieces. Unobserved they perish forever. Is not their tent cord plucked up within them? They die, yet without wisdom. Call now, is there anyone who will answer you? And to which of the holy ones will you turn? For anger slays the foolish man, and jealousy kills the simple. I have seen the foolish taking root, and I cursed his abode immediately. His sons are far from safety. They are even oppressed in the gate, and there is no deliverer. His harvest the hungry devour, and take it to a place of thorns. And the schemer is eager for their wealth, for affliction does not come from the dust, nor does trouble sprout from the ground. For man is born for trouble, as sparks fly upward. But as for me, I would seek God, and I would place my cause before God. Who does great and unsearchable things, wonders without number? He gives rain on the earth and sends water in the fields, so that he sets on high those who are lowly, and those who mourn are lifted to safety. He frustrates the plotting of the shrewd, so that their hands cannot attain success. He captures the wise by their own shrewdness, and the advice of the cunning is quickly thwarted. By day they meet with darkness, and grope at noon as in the night. But he saves from the sword of their mouth, and the poor from the hand of the mighty. So the helpless has hope, and unrighteousness must shut its mouth. Behold, how happy is the man whom God reproves. So do not despise the discipline of the Almighty, for he inflicts pain and gives relief. He wounds, and his hands also heal. From 6 troubles he will deliver you. Even in 7, evil will not touch you. In famine he will redeem you from death, and in war from the power of the sword. You will be hidden from the scourge of the tongue, and you will not be afraid of violence when it comes. You will laugh at violence and famine, and you will not be afraid of wild beasts. For you will be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field will be at peace with you. You will know that your tent is secure, for you will visit your abode and fear no loss. You will know also that your descendants will be many, and your offspring as the grass of the earth. You will come to the grave in full vigor, like the stacking of grain in its season. Behold this, we have investigated it, and so it is. Hear it, and know for yourself. Surely there is a mine for silver, and a place where they refine gold. Iron is taken from the dust, and copper is smelted from the rock. Man puts an end to darkness, and to the farthest limit he searches out the rock in gloom and deep shadow. He sinks a shaft far from habitation, forgotten by the foot. They hang and swing to and fro far from men. The earth, from it comes food, and underneath it is turned up as fire. Its rocks are the source of sapphires, and its dust contains gold. The path no bird of prey knows, nor has the falcon's eye caught sight of it. The proud beasts have not trodden it, nor has the fierce lion passed over it. He puts his hand on the flint. He overturns the mountains at the base. He hews out channels through the rocks, and his eyes see anything precious. He dams up the streams from flowing, and what is hidden he brings out to the light. But where can wisdom be found? And where is the place of understanding? Man does not know its value, nor is it found in the land of the living. The deep says, "It is not in me." The sea says, "It is not with me." Pure gold cannot be given in exchange for it, nor can silver be weighed as its price. It cannot be valued in the gold of Ophir, in precious onyx or sapphire. Gold or glass cannot equal it, nor can it be exchanged for articles of fine gold. Coral and crystal are not to be mentioned, and the acquisition of wisdom is above that of pearls. The topaz of Ethiopia cannot equal it, nor can it be valued in pure gold. Where then does wisdom come from? And where is the place of understanding? Thus it is hidden from the eyes of all living, and concealed from the birds of the sky. Abaddon and Death say, "With our ears we have heard a report of it." God understands its way, and he knows its place. For he looks to the ends of the earth and sees everything under the heavens. When he imparted weight to the wind and meted out the waters by measure, when he set a limit for the rain and a course for the thunderbolt, then he saw it and declared it. He established it and also searched it out. And to man he said, "Behold, the fear of the Lord, that is a wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding." I want to go over a few things to point a few things out that I think is in this scripture that is worth taking a closer look at. In the night where the word of the Lord comes to Job, there's a prophecy that righteous Job will ultimately be restored. And there's also a long-term prophecy that righteous mankind, or the righteous of man, will also be restored. A word was brought to me stealthily, and my ear received a whisper of it. So there's something hidden here that we need to pay close attention to that goes beyond just the surface of the words. When deep sleep falls on men. To me, this is indicating the beginning of getting into prophetic word and toward the end times, where the Lord has been dealing with man for a long time and deep sleep falls on men. Dread came upon me. This is an indication possibly of judgment coming in the tribulation. And Job senses that. And I also want to point out, who says that everything we receive from the Lord is comforting? That we can be sure of, if we're getting a comforting word, that it's from God, and if there's fear involved in it, that it's from the devil. Well, if Job would have been using that criteria, well, I felt afraid. Dread came upon me, so it couldn't have been from God. Well, he would have been mistaken, because according to this word, according to this scripture, it is from God. And the entire lesson is, behold, the fear of the Lord is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. A form was before my eyes. So this is the Spirit of the Lord, or I believe Jesus is revealed in this riddle. Can mankind be just before God? Can a man be pure before his maker? I think this is the first thing he says, and this is Jesus revealing himself in this scripture. This is a really interesting passage right here. Behold, how happy is the man whom God reproves. So do not despise the discipline of the Almighty, for he inflicts pain and gives relief. He wounds, and his hands also heal. From 6 troubles he will deliver you. Even in 7, evil will not touch you. This is definitely a prophetic time frame here. From 6 troubles he will deliver you. In other words, from the 6,000 years that God deals with man, he will deliver you out of it. This doesn't just pertain to Job, and I haven't counted if he goes through 6 troubles. It may well be, but this is also a long-term prophetic time frame. With, in the 7th, evil not touching you indicates the millennial reign, also revealed in Revelation chapter 20, where when Christ reigns on earth, evil will not be an issue. Satan will be chained in hell. So this is about the deliverance of mankind, ultimately, or righteous man. So this to me is why this entire passage is prophetic and why we can learn from it as far as prophecy in the end times. And I'm really just touching on this stuff. You can see it through the whole passage where the Lord is speaking to Job. And if you haven't looked at it before, it's worth going through and thinking about it. In famine, he will redeem you from death, and in war, from the power of the sword. Well, we know from Revelation, a lot of this stuff is going on in the end times. You will be hidden from the scourge of the tongue, and you will not be afraid of violence when it comes. You will be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field will be at peace with you. Being hidden from the scourge of the tongue and not being afraid of violence when it comes is an indication of the whole idea of the taking away and being hidden until the time of indignation is past, as in the rapture. Behold, we have investigated it, and so it is. Hear it, and know for yourself. So this is established, it has been investigated and revealed for us to know. So those are some interesting things to think about, and maybe a little bit more that is revealed in the story of Job, and especially in this section in chapters 4 and 5. So I hope you found this scripture helpful and interesting, and as helpful as I have. And I hope you find wisdom and understanding in your walk with the Lord. And until next time, God bless you.